Why you laughing like that?
I'm just laughing. You wonder, you telling the truth out there.
I appreciate that. Well, you the truth. You train, you training the truth.
My wife be in the shoot me out with CHAMPSIDE.
Oh, your wife watch the channel?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
But she be sending this up to me. Cause I don't be on the internet like that. But
yeah, you gotta focus. Yeah. So we're on the baddest brand in the land, CHAMPSIDE, with the #1 trainer in the world, as the people in the chat is saying. Coach and trainer Derrick James, how you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Everything is well. Good to see you here in California, off of the back of a great win, April 16th. Have you had time to reflect on Errol's win and how you feeling about that?
I don't have time to think about it. I got this fight coming up, so it's like you can't really. I'll celebrate when it's all over, when I'm retired. I'll think back and reflect when it's all over.
What kind of instructions do you think Jermell failed to, if anything, follow in the first fight that caused the fight to be a draw or him not to get the win?
Well, I think that whatever he did in the last fight is all done. He's not even in the same mode, that mental space that he was before. I think that's a key element. And now it's all about just being better, man, and being great. And you'll see he's going to be phenomenal.
Do you feel the fight is getting there's only 6 names on the undisputed list right now. Jermell would be the 7th if he's successful. Do you feel that the fight is getting a historic context to it, like as far as the media and stuff like that?
I think that it's the boxing fans are following it. I think that because of the way the first fight went, they're following it, right? I think so. I mean, I'm not in the media. I don't follow a lot of internet stuff, but yeah, man, I think it is. I mean, do you think so?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay, there we are.
Not at all. Not considering there's only 6 people on the list and it's historic. I mean, yeah, I would think it would be one of the #1 top.
The thing about this, what, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, he would already be the guy. Before that, 5 years before that, he would have been the guy. So it's like, you know, man, but I think that, because if you think about it, they don't really realize how hard it is to do that. So nobody really realized it except the people who actually have done it. To have a unified champ, or really have a world champ. Then they have a unified champ. Then they have 2 of them. It's hard to do, man, because you got to keep up with it. It's hard, man.
And that's why I asked you after the fight in Dallas, I said, well, don't you feel a certain way because you get overlooked for trainer of the year, and you said you can't take it to the bank. Do you have any thoughts about Eddie Reynoso, trainer of Oscar Valdez and Canelo Alvarez, coming up short on 2 back-to-back weeks? And did you hear any instructions from him or what was your analysis?
I didn't watch the game. I didn't watch
You didn't watch the fight?
I didn't watch either fight. I would have watched the one with Shakur, but I forgot it was on ESPN. Then the other one, I don't have the zone, so I didn't watch it. I mean, it's life, man. If you think about this, he's been so consistent to not really his father to not lose, and then him to take over that. Because it wasn't him all alone; he was just there, but he wasn't known as a trainer. But it's hard to be so consistent for so many years. You know, other guys, it's just very hard. I mean, I think people really don't realize just how hard it is and how difficult it is. But he's been able to do it. And then sometimes you play the game, it's gonna be.
It's hard not to jump back and forth because you got 2 great fighters. I mean, you got 2 great fighters. And you arguably have 2 top 10 pound-for-pound fighters, in my opinion. After the fight, you whispered in Errol's ear, you said, you got to get back in the gym or keep focused. A lot of people honed in on that. Can you share that moment, like what was going through your mind, even though you seen them unified, but going forward?
Well, it's like this. You got to look at it like this. You may be great, but you can always be better. And you can't be satisfied and settle with the greatness that you have right now if you want to be better. It's like that's another step. The only step you take that people celebrate is the first one, right? Becoming a world champ. After that, everything else is, it's your desire. You want to be better. You want to be successful. So I'm just telling, listen, you know what you want. Go back in the lab. No different from Janelle. Tell them focus all the time. You hear me say that all the time. But the only time you mess up is when you're fatigued and when you're not focused. And sometimes fatigue is a key aspect of that. But Errol was not fatigued. He was phenomenal in the fight. It's just like you have to make sure that these guys, on the job.
Did you catch the ref actually did tell Errol, and Ugas to stop.
Yeah, I said it
caught
twice.
that?
That's all. Yeah.
What did you any thoughts? I mean, it's past water under the bridge now, but did you have any thoughts on that?
No,
Because some people thought Errol was tripping. Like, oh, why would you?
First, I didn't even see what happened because it was like the cameraman was in front of me, and I just saw him go back. I said, oh man, what the hell? And then you see that, and after that, when you see him just come out, man, just even in that round, he jumped back on him.
Right.
And so, I mean, he was already getting him before that, like 2 rounds before that. But then in that round, he just jumped back on him. So it was like, hey.
Do you pay attention any to, obviously if Errol fights Crawford, you know, Bomac is the trainer. Have you heard any of his words about, he said after the fight, he said, we basically going to whoop this dude, mark my words.
That's what he's supposed to say that. I mean, really, and it's not that he's saying it just to say it. He's saying it because he truly believes that. No different than I truly believe me and my guy's situation. I mean, I believe in us. And I believe in us. It's not, and they should believe in themselves.
How do you envision that fight? I mean, it's been a long road, assuming the fight gets made and everything is. How do you envision that fight ultimately?
I won't even think about it because I can't envision it. I just see my guy being successful. Other than that, I know that it's boxing, people get hit, people get touched. But I think that just the development of Errol Spence, says he can endure anything he has to bring. The development aspect of it. What I mean by that, some fighters are built, other fighters are developed. It was a fight where he got hit by
Lartley.
Then they didn't pull back. They kept building. Better and better competition. You see what I'm saying? That's development.
Right.
Not putting them guys that you should beat over and over. That's building. That's the difference.
Right.
So he developed.
And for as far as we can walk.
I'm
gonna let you go. I'll catch up with you at the press conference. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Coach Derrick James on